Hello, folks. I'm JR. I'm with.
Emily?
CL Phantom Hive.
Oh, wait, I'm supposed to say my character name.
You don't have to. It's all right.
Oh, Azusa.
And we are in mini A-kon, micro A-kon. I am always getting that confused. So what are you doing, micro A-kon?
Well, I came here because, I came here to have fun with my friends, I guess.
Yeah, to see friends and to socialize. Yeah.
It's good. What did you? Who are you cosplaying, and why do you choose to cosplay?
I'm cosplaying Azusa Mikami from Diabolic Lovers in a Halloween outfit. I started cosplaying because I got into anime and then I discovered what cosplay was and I just started watching con videos and I was just like, I want to do that.
Sweet.
Yes, I'm CL Phantom Hive when he goes into the ball to find Count Druid and to seduce him. But I'm in 1885 a bustle dress and evening wear. And you can find this in the Harper's Bazaar magazine. Yes.
You look lovely. So beautiful. Both of you, of course. How long did it take you to make this cosplay?
I did not make this.
How long did it take you to put it on, basically?
To put it on, it took like 5 minutes.
Well, you see, a lot of ladies of the Victorian era at least wear 20 or more layers. I am wearing about 25, my dears. Yes, but this gown, I developed it in 2014, and it took maybe about 2 or 3 weeks to finish, but I work very fast, because, yes, because of it.
Something about the panel room Q&A. What was the hardest part of this cosplay?
I guess the hardest part of the actual outfit, not this one, is the bandages because they always fall down.
Yeah.
And that's just a pain, but it's really not a hard one. It's very comfortable.
It's always easy in anime because they don't have to. They don't laws, but
No physics.
there's no laws. There's just like reality doesn't exist there.
They keep falling down my arms.
The artist says like that looks cool.
Yeah, exactly. This character.
Think of like the way it works.
Yeah.
The teeth are also a little complicated. They were. Oh, that's right. When I made the molds for these, it took me so many tries to get the mold right for my teeth. And it was so frustrating because you had to like get this paste in this water and mix it up and then put it on your tooth and let it dry. And your mouth is wet, so that's very hard to keep your teeth dry when your mouth is always wet.
Oh goodness. Same question. What was the question? What was the hardest part of the cosplay?
Getting dressed by yourself, because you always have a lady's maid to get dressed. And also the research, my dears. You have to always make sure you have good research and knowing how to put everything in your components. So like the bustle, I had to find a frame in order to put it together. And just learning how to wear a corset. I've learned how to wear a corset over 2 or 3 years, and I got used to it. But I'm a 23-inch waist right now. But I am actually a 26 in normal waist diameter of the sort. Yes, but and also button-up shoes. They're very hard to put on, my dears. You can see, yeah, you can't really see on the camera, but button-up shoes, putting it by yourself is very difficult. Yes.
Victorian era fashion is amazingly.
Very complex.
Yes.
Yes. Very complex.
It sounds like a day's work, really.
Yes, very, very.
How long have you been cosplaying?
Okay, let's see. This would be kind of like the end of my 3rd year. So next year will be my 4th.
Sweet.
Since 2010. Yes.
So we're going on 6 years, I believe.
Yes.
Wow. 7, close too.
Yes. It is 7.
What is your favorite cosplay you've done?
Sorry, I just coughed a little bit. I don't know why that just came out of nowhere. Probably my favorite one is Jafar from Magi because my mom and I made that together. And what the pattern we found for it was actually from a nativity scene set. And we just trimmed the neckline into a V-neck and we just made the apron thing and the headpiece, and it was wonderful because that's a cosplay I'm really, really proud of.
Okay, cosplay, bringing people together, bringing family together, projects. It's awesome.
Okay. My favorite cosplay is actually.
It's fine. Maybe the mic is not picking it up.
Okay.
It's really hard to pick up something.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yes, my favorite cosplay is actually my own OC. It's Archie Camille from my book My Cups of Tea, and his outfit is actually inspired from different fashion periods. It started from 1890 to the Edwardian era, and then to 1920s. So it starts in with a wide span. So he started with actually a white tailcoat, and then it ends up being to the end of the era. Men's black tails is called white tie for formal use. And of course, he's a tea master, so he has to look presentable. So, and plus, it's an anthropomorphic world. So he has the little ears and the finger wave hair, the white finger wave hair. It's very cute, and it's one of my favorites because I always host these tea parties, and that's the character I dress up mostly. And his is kind of like as difficult as mine because he has like the little from different eras, and he has the men's waistcoats and the shoes, the trousers, and the pocket watches, all the little tiny little things, and also yes.
Artists or like writers like, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder how people.
I wonder how people dress up as that. Yes, and oh yes, because
I've been to these tea parties. I can vouch. It's crazy watching him put himself together.
That's amazing.
yes, and that's my favorite because it's very close to me.
Right.
Yes.
It's like it's your own.
Yeah,
it's basically
my own.
your baby.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I've never thought of dressing a character in different time periods with like combining them together. I never thought of that. That is amazing.
Yes,
That is
because it spans a very long period because the book actually starts in 2023. This is the future, but the fashion starts from 1890, and then it ends to the end of the year 1929. But it's actually 2025-26 is when the book seems to be ending. Yes.
Do you have that book somewhere out there?
Yes, it's on Wattpad.com. It's on username Andrew TANTRAN, Andrew Tang Tran. So you can find that book on Wattpad. It's a very good novel if you like yaoi.
Oh, you just got a lot of new fangirls and guys.
Guys, yes.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I'll get the information from her. No worries. Now since it's all close to Halloween, we're gonna ask some Halloween questions.
Oh, lovely.
Now, what's your favorite scary movie?
I don't like scary movies because I'm a big chicken.
What's your favorite horror but funny movie? It's gotta be because there's
The only one I can remember watching is this Goosebumps one. It was one where they had like a book. I can't remember. It was like the thing. I don't even remember what it's called. But it was like a book you read, and the it was like if you read this book out loud, this monster will appear. I don't know. It's so super stupid. But the only
Ghostbumps.
one I can stand.
Ghostbumps was never like the song itself creeped me out, but like the show itself never did. Only the one with the mask. Remember the one with the mask where the mask is just melting into her skin? Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, some episodes hit you hard. Some of them that was weird. What about you? Favorite scary movie?
Edgar Allan Poe's The Black Cat. That scarred me so much, and some of them killed real cats, and some of them didn't. But when Edgar Allan Poe has an axe, and he's in the basement, and he stabs his wife's face right in half. Oh, how horrible! I would rightly fate right now. But yes, it was one of my favorites, and I didn't sleep for 2 days and a wink.
I know a series called Master of Horrors did that one, and I was reading it, and it's like, what is going on? And then like in the end of it is just like, oh, that's his writing method. He just goes through the emotions of that, and he just begins writing. It's like, that is horrible. But then I'm thinking about like that's what I do when I'm writing things too, especially.
I know, it's just a whole dream. Yeah.
But it has that fear of it. It's like. But is it real to them, you know?
Yeah.
Like how real is it to them? Is it just them being just writers? It's like, yeah, that's a good idea I'm going insane.
Physically going.
What have you worn for Halloween, and which was your favorite?
I'm thinking. I don't know. I think maybe my favorite was an Alice in Wonderland costume I bought like back when I was younger, but I made like a goth version.
Oh, lovely.
Because it was like the same costume. I just put in like black lipstick and made my eye and makeup dark, and it was super cute.
You ever played Alice and Alice Manager's Return?
My favorite.
I've always wanted to. I never got the chance.
I would say go for the experience because I just like the creative art style it has. Yeah, the story itself is great. The gameplay is fun too. Disappointing bosses though, like none at all. But overall though, the art style and everything. The water level was my least favorite part, which is weird.
But drowning.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Lose the bubbles and then you're dead like the next second. Yeah.
Like instant death. And it's like, but overall though, it's a really fun thing, and it's just a fun concept of Alice.
Yes, very different.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What about you?
Marie Antoinette. My favorite one is Marie Antoinette. It was actually last year, and she has the pink, bubblegum pink hair, and I actually made that gown also. And it's in 1700s, and it's her with the little cakes on her dress, and it's an absolutely gorgeous gown. But I only wore it for last year's Halloween and A&T. Was it A&T or was it anime? I don't remember, but it was one of those conventions. Yes, and it was one of my favorites because the wig is like 3 feet high, and my hips are probably even longer than whatever of the sort. And I just love the little details with the little cakes. And it's, yes, Marie Antoinette did not say, "Let them eat cake," but she actually did not say that. It was actually her mother, Marie Therese, who actually said that. And there's a lot of speculation between let them eat cake, but that's a whole nother story.
Right. It's a whole history lesson, the loss in translation language, basically. Because like I know, like in the Bible, there's like the old Latin. There's just completely lost in translation. And it's just like a lot of people don't understand that. And when they ask for scholars, you always go to scholars to find the real translation, because that's dead language translated to different kind of language and then rewritten over and over again. Especially the King James Bible.
Oh yes.
That one's the one. This one. What is the worst sexy costume you've seen? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen some like there's like the sexy ones where it looks like that's something you would wear for I don't even know. And then there's the ones that like are just weird objects that are meant to be like sex jokes. Yeah. The weirdest one I think I've seen in like a catalog was like an outlet plug and then a plug. That was like so stupid, and I'm just like, really? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's a very bad innuendo, yes. Yeah. She took mine, so I guess, let me think. Well, there's always the profanity things, of course. Sexy nurses, firefighters, you can name it. But, oh yes, a lady in a dress I saw just yesterday, actually. Oh dear, she acted like she was at a saloon. She was with her bustle, and not a very good one. And her corset, ooh. Did you get it from Party City? Oh dear, dreadful. But it was a saloon girl, and that's something I don't very go to, yes. I appreciate the Wild West, because the Wild West is actually America in the Victorian era. Most people they think it's a two different era. Yes, the Victorian and Wild West is in the same period. It's just, yeah.
See, God, I'm learning so much from you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm a history book, yes. Emily would know all the little stories I tell about, back in my day, or, yes, during the Edwardian era, or the Victorian, or the Rococo. I gotta
find out where the sexy nurse came from, because I really hate that costume. I'd rather see a woman in scrubs than in the sexy nurse.
Yes.
Find it. The whole sexy nun even more bizarre, because it's that is like the last thing you should ever just
turn sexy.
Because they're like the opposite.
Yeah, it's and then Hitman did that too, and I was like, I mean, they look stylish, but it doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all.
I don't know if the overall story makes sense with it, because it'd be kind of cool if like the nuns that they're nuns because they're killing you and they're taking you to heaven or hell, depending. But like to put it into like a sexy wardrobe is just leather, too. It's just so weird.
No doubt.
Oh, game developers, please change. What is your dream Halloween costume?
I don't know.
Like something you would make that you doesn't matter the budget, doesn't matter the
Okay,
time.
I can tell you my dream cosplay at least. So, Doll from Book of Circus, prettiest costume ever. I just really love that so much.
All right, let me just say it to the people. All right, technical difficulties, batteries died, and we're going back to the same costume. What is your favorite Halloween costume? I mean, what's your dream costume? My bad.
Yes. No worries.
See, technical difficulties, even my brain shut down.
Yes. My dream costume is an evening wear dress. It's in 1900 Edwardian, a historically accurate Edwardian evening dress. That'd be my dream costume. I could wear it to any event, well, not really any event, but to formal historical events like the Dallas Heritage or some of the sort when they have balls. And I love that era. It's just very pretty, and I just need to get the details right. And the bodice, the busk, and all the little trinkets, and the petticoats, and the bloomers, and the shoes. The shoes are important. If you want to dance properly, you have to get good shoes. And also, I'd love to do the little velvet pansies I have to make myself because they don't sell nowadays. You find 1940, but they're too small. So the millinery pansies. But yes, that'd be my dream cosplay, or at least till maybe next year it'll be finished. Yes.
How long have you been into this, the fancy dress? How long have you been into it?
Okay, so it was actually, this is going to be a bit of a long, not too long story, but my cousin, she introduced me into historical fashion. I always loved it. I think men's fashion and women's fashion were so interesting to me in the Victorian era, but then I began to learn about the Edwardian era, and it's the sister or the brother of the Victorian era. Because remember, everyone, Queen Victoria was on the throne around 1830, and then she died in 1901. And then, Edwardian just came after because the son, Edward VII, he came on the throne, and then the fashion does not change just overnight. It gradually pulls to a new fashion. And yes, my cousin Diane Tran, she's the one who inspired me to do all these beautiful things. And she introduced me into cosplay as well. And at Dallas Comic-Con, it was back in 2010 when I first attended Dallas Comic-Con. And that's when I was entranced by the beautiful fashions, and I decided, okay, I'm going to make it myself, and which I did. And this is one of my pieces. It's an 1885, but I have other older pieces I've done. It's 1901, 1905, and I've made a lot of dresses for my tea parties. A lot of tea gowns and from that period, and I'm just recently getting to 1920s fashion, so it's a long period of a lot of that stuff. So
I didn't even know it went up to 1920s.
Yes.
I don't think I know is the American history of the 1920s, the Roaring 20s, but
Yes.
I didn't know the other side of the world still had this kind of fashion.
Yes, it develops over time. So the bustle and the corset all disappeared in maybe 1950, actually. People think the corset disappeared in 1920. Yes, some little girls did throw away the corset because this is a new era. It's all about the dancing and the frilly dresses, the flapper dresses, but they actually died down in 1950 because women wanted that very denour. He wanted that tiny waist and that big skirt, and that came back to Victorian fashion. They looked at inspirations from the Victorian era for the 50s fashion. If you look at a lot of the dresses at that period, they have trains, and the beautiful bustles came back. Only for evening wear, but a lot of the denour style is the tiny waist with the big crinoline petticoated. That's why you have that signature style. Every period is different, and then you got, yes, the 20s, they still had the corset, which most people think they didn't have it anymore. The younger old guards like myself, I'd still have my corset because I would never go out in the day. It's almost like going out naked or commando, you know, without your corset. So, yes.
You just hear these stories every day. It sounds so interesting. Just
I love it. Oh wait, my teeth are falling out.
oh no,
I'm good.
there you go.
Okay.
No, it happens every now and then. No, but I really like hearing about history. I think it's really, really cool. Because there's always, a reason for everything.
Yes.
So I think that's very fascinating.
That's wonderful. I never knew about so much information because like you're always thinking like these are like it was like during this time, but I never thought like the same time as cowboys or until the 1950s even. It's just because it's just like we only learn about American history here.
Of course, yeah. Social studies and the little things. Yes.
But that's wonderful. What was your most memorable Halloween experience?
Oh boy. So this is a slightly longer story than my other ones. But I went to Six Flags during Fright Fest, and I did not intend to stay for the Fright Fest bit. Right. Once it was 5 o'clock, I was like, all right, we're gonna go home, because I'm a big chicken, as mentioned before. So we're walking by this one haunted house called Piggy's Blood Shack, and it's like slaughterhouse themed, and it's gross. And there's like pig men that like slaughter humans. That's like the whole theme of it. It's disgusting. And I see one of the pig men standing outside the exit, so I'm kind of looking at my mom and I'm like, Mom, we should go, because my instincts are kicking and they're saying run, run, run. And he burps. And these kids are like, I give that an 8. So he goes after him with his fake chainsaw. And by then my reptilian brain kicks in and I book it. And so my friend chases after me. My sister chases after him. And Pigman is now chasing us down the streets of Six Flags with a chainsaw.
Oh, dear. Dreadful.
Oh my goodness.
It was horrifying.
Yes, very.
Let me tell you one of my stories. I was at the Cutting Edge Haunted House.
Oh boy.
And it was after the fact. We were done with the thing, and my father was picking up his cell phone. So I'm just like, I'm a 10-year-old just like looking at the stars, waiting for my father. And then like I just have like something in the back of my spine like staring at me, and it's like, So I turn around slowly, and all I see is just a clown on the gate looking at me like face to face. And like it's just this horrible clown, like it when he looked all gross and acid on his face, and just goes like slowly goes like this, and like I just got freaked out, and he just like bye. He doesn't say anything. He's just like, it's like, oh, thank you.
Thank you for that nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it's nightmare fuel.
What was your most memorable Halloween experience?
Well, there's a few times, but my most memorable will probably be when I think it was about 2 years ago when I was in a different costume. We were passing out candy, and I scared a lot of kids because I dressed in like a Victorian dead person. And I was in my chair, and then I was like I was scared the little kids. It was the most funny thing. And we had a party. It was very big, and I hosted it's a Halloween tea party. There we go. A Halloween tea party, and it was quite fun. Yes, and it was very memorable. Yes.
Quick question. So I'm guessing that you read Pride and Prejudice, correct? Yes. All right. Now, I don't know much about it. I know it's a wonderful book of what I've heard. What you thought about Pride, Prejudice, and zombies? Because when I saw that, I was like, what is this? I don't think they have the right, because I knew part of the story is about womanhood and how like they treated women during that time and how woman just feels independent and just goes through that. And like, how do you add zombies to that?
In a way, yes, they do. I love the style, the fashion, and Lillian, I forgot her, Lily, she did a very good job in portraying that character. But zombies, well, you always see Lincoln versus zombies. They just want to add on to that list. Zombies, of course, nowadays Walking Dead. And adding that to Regency era is quite interesting, actually. You are developing, Frankenstein and all that sort. But finding out, that people are dying, but they're coming back to life during that period is quite very ferocious. But to me, I think it's quite, I guess, interesting. But it's not my cup of tea, of course. But I always loved Lincoln versus vampires, even though it wasn't very accurate. I mean, certain films, yes, it's a fun thought. It's all about the spectacle, my ideas. It's not just about, oh, it's historically accurate. Yes, I do appreciate historical accuracy, like Dangerous Liaisons or House of Mirth. Those films are very accurate. But of course, this is a spin on a book. So of course you're going to have some of the good, some of the bad, but I think just adding zombies just gives it a little flair of new trends of what we like, horror wise.
Probably open up the doors for people who are interested in zombies, never heard of Pride and Prejudice,
Yes,
and then they find the book, the real book, and they read it. And it's
Read most of the book, and I never saw the
zombie one?
Pride and Prejudice. I never saw the zombie movie. I plan to at some point. I just really want to see pretty ladies in dresses kicking zombie butt, honestly.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah, and in a way, yes, they are fighting for their lives. Yes, it's like as if the ladies are becoming more masculine in that way. So all the men are dying, of course, and you have the ladies defending themselves. So it is like Pride and Prejudice in that sense.
Them taking charge.
Yes, them taking charge, and and of course it just has that aspect to it.
So as long as it has like the core thing from Pride and Prejudice, just put into zombies and more let's horror form, I think they'll work. Yeah, like anything can really just work with just as long as you have the core message of the original IP. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I always wonder, it's like, is that a really good representation? But because I neither read nor watched Pride and Prejudice, nor have I either read or watched the zombie one.
Yes.
But hopefully, it has that meaning to it still.
Yes.
Two last questions. Wait, there it is. What advice would you give future congoers and cosplayers?
Let me think. Something to like. I think it's great that cons have like apps now to like look at the schedule. That's great. Always make sure you keep track of how much you spend. Always keep track. I don't know, maybe like, just have a phone or something. Always stay in contact with your friends, no matter how small the con.
That's very important. Safety, have fun, but be aware.
Also, if they could invent a GPS for traveling like large convention centers.
Oh, yeah.
Or like find your friend. Boop. Yeah, like tracking device.
Probably there's one, like you all have an app and then you just put the GPS on.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah, my wife lost her phone and I call her like 50 times and I'm just freaking out. And then it's like some random guy picks up and I'm just thinking the most horrible thing ever. It's like, yeah, someone left their phone here. It's like, oh my God, I'll be right there. Oh, thank goodness she's not dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, have fun, guys. But be aware of your surroundings. Be cautious, and just safety first.
One advice: always be prepared. Things come apart. Your dress, for me, my dress. But many of your cosplays are, yes, they're made well, but sometimes they just deteriorate over time, and you have to have safety pins. Make sure you have sewing materials. And just always be prepared by anything, because and always make sure you have enough time to do things, because when you're at a convention, there's always a schedule. So make sure you have enough time to get there, because if you rush, and if you're wearing heels like I am, and you're running to a photo shoot, please don't do that. Please don't do that. It's very bad. So yes, always be prepared. Make sure you have on time and all the things of that nature. So yes, that's what.
Subject of heels. Mm-hmm. When planning out your lineup, like a lot of cosplayers, if you have multiple cosplays, you usually plan up a lineup. Do not ever wear heels for 2 days in a row. You will murder your feet.
Oh yes.
I have done that. It's not fun.
Yes, no, it isn't.
It's funny how back in the day the men wore the high heels, right? And it
Yes,
just
the men
transferred.
were, yeah, Louis the 14th was the one who wore the high heels with the red heel, and it was considered power because he was quite short, and that's why he wanted those higher heels, and that's what became a trend over the years. But it died out about maybe 1830, 1840s, I believe. Yes, because the Regency was all about flats, and then, of course, men had leather shoes by then, and women kept on wearing higher heels over the period. Yes.
Interesting how fashion just
It
changed over time.
changes all the time. Yes.
Last question. What is something you would change to make your community better?
Maybe less drama. I know there, yeah, it is. There is so much, people disagree over the silliest things, and honestly, the fact that we're all brought together by something like anime and cosplay is so wonderful, and I wish we could all just be, more joyful about that instead of, squabbling over little things.
Like conversation about the certain subject is okay. When you start insulting and having arguments, that's I think when you draw the line. It's like when you go like, I like that. Oh really? I didn't quite enjoy it so much. Oh, that's okay, man. I can see why. And then instead of like, you go die. That's a different thing.
Yeah, that's awful.
So yeah, be nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Learn to disagree.
Yes, and people always have opinions. Yes, one of my tips is, I'm not tips. The thing I love to change, yes, is drama. After the past few years, I've seen ups and downs, just like Downton Abbey. Lots of drama, drama, drama. Because Downton Abbey. And yes, and just this year actually, I've fallen out of some of the major communities because there's been lots of drama, and little things can destroy lots of friendships, and a lot of people, yes, we all have opinions. But to scrutinize every single little thing, every single little detail upon an anime or a character or even a person, calling them names or, just it's a lot of drama. Just stay out of drama and you will be happy as a peach, yes. A very happy peach indeed. Yeah.
Nice fresh peach.
Nice fresh
Yeah.
peach.
So
All bruised up with the drama.
So yeah, just learn to disagree and talk to each other like mature adults.
Yes.
That's basically the main thing. Because like, if someone asks you nicely, like, oh, I kind of don't like that, that kind of makes me feel bad, or it's like I just disagree with that, then your first thing shouldn't be, well, I hate you now. It should be like, okay, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Like a debate, yes.
There we
Like
go.
yes, like a formal debate, not just some, not yeah.
All the debates I've been watching,
Yes, not the debates we've been
and
watching.
debate between adults.
Yes, debate between adults. Yes, and be factual about it. I mean, well, you have to know your stuff in general, but just if you want to back it up, yes, make sure you have information to back it up. But yes, drama is a no-no in my book, of course. Yes.
But thank you very much. Have a wonderful little micro A-kon. And happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
We'll see you at A-kon. Take care, everybody. Bye. Bye.